Hi guys, in this video I have just to guys let you know, Mishka got put to sleep on Monday the 15th of October. So it's been about 3 days now, and really it's been really hard. But yesterday I moved Pinky into his iMac because Pinky wasn't doing that well in the hamster heaven. She just didn't like it and she wasn't doing very well in it, but now she's in the iMac, Rain's in the Barney, Bacon's in the Alaska, Gerbils are in the Mammal and the what's it called, the Savick XL Gerbilarium. So they're all doing really well. Pinky's got some back problems, but I think it could actually be genetic, I'm not sure. But basically what ends up happening is, about a month ago or 2 months ago, when I last updated that cage tour of Mishka, we noticed just something wasn't that right. He wasn't well, to say, if you guys know what I mean. He wasn't doing well, he was really poorly. What are you doing? And he just wasn't the well hamster that we all knew. He chewed my leads. What do you want? She wants a cuddle. I think she wants a cuddle, but I don't want to get bit. This hamster's not the tamest of hamsters, I will have to admit that. So yeah, and then he got put to sleep because he had a really big lump on his back and it spread to his face, and that basically thought it was because of this little bugger. So basically, Pinky is Mishka's mum, and she's not the most natural mother at all. Like, I've had her around 2 babies. Well, basically, she was pregnant when I first got her, and then the 2 accidentally got together. Don't know how. And then she ended up on a 3rd litter, and she's not the best mother in the world. I will admit that. And, you know, and they thought that she might have rough handled him or something, that was an old injury. But then, just ended up turning into something really bad. So yeah, that wasn't really very good, and Mishka has not had the easiest life. I will admit that. Pinky was in a this really crappy small chain pet shop where they are known to breed their animals. At the time my friend didn't know this, trying to be picked up. At the time my friend didn't know this, so you know, he went and bought a hamster. It was Mishka, and he's in the exact same height as Pinky, and the man at the pet shop man said, oh yeah, that's Pinky, that's his mum, he's with his mum and all that stuff, and he's all the siblings. So, and he was born roughly about 2 months before I got him. So Pinky would have only been about 2 months old when she actually had her first litter, which is shockingly quite young for a dwarf. I don't believe in breeding point blank, but I think breeding before 4 to 5 months old is too young for a little hamster, because their bodies just aren't ready for it. They're still quite young themselves, and you know, I just don't believe in it. So yeah, and then he went to my friend, he got a real, and then he was in a really small cage. He was in a combi one with his brother. Oh no, sorry, yeah, with his brother. That didn't turn out very well, and basically what ended up happening is he went in and him and his brother ended up having a fight. Had to be split up because the cage was too small to even house a robo in, and robos are tiny. It was just too small, it wasn't even near big enough. So, you know, so he ended up getting an ear infection. He went to the vet, and the vets didn't actually want to give up on him. He was really poorly at one time, and I remember seeing him. He had not been cleaned in the month or so that he had him, well over that, and with a combi one, it's so small. Do you want to be picked up? What the hell do you want? It's not big enough for any animal, not even a little mouse. So, you know, then I ended up hearing around here, maybe he was looking for a small animal. I was like, well, as soon as he has finished his ear infection treatment, which actually did quite well on, I ended up taking him, which I don't regret for 1 second. At first I was like, oh god, you're just going to be a little foster. 6 months later, we didn't get rid of him. And then, yeah, and then as I was saying, just after that video came out, the cage tour, I noticed a lump on his back, but it was really small, and I was like, oh yeah, he's just bruised himself, because sausage used to get him all the time. And I was like, oh yeah, he just bruised himself or he fell off something, because he was starting to really get into climbing. And then, yeah, that wasn't the case, which is really sad. And, you know, unfortunately, we've been to the vet about 5-6 times with him, and we even went to a specialist, and the specialist just didn't click onto what had actually happened. He's like, oh yeah, he's got cancer. And then we took him back to a local vet, and the vet said, oh, it spread to his 2 cheeks, and if it grew any more, that, you know, he'd be really in pain. And the only time he wasn't actually in pain was when he was dosed with Oxycontin, which I was like, it's such a struggle to get him to eat it. He won't eat it with a treat. He won't eat with nothing. I'm literally sitting there every single night syringing Oxycontin down his throat. And that's why I was sleeping a lot more and all that stuff. So yeah, so now I'm going to end this section here, and now I'm just going to insert cute clips and videos of him, just so you guys can like remember him, like the hamster I remember. Not like, you know, this like little hamster. Most of these videos are going to be from when I first got him, because literally my new memory card, which I have, I can't find any of my new clips. So these are going to be really old clips that, you know, some of you guys might have never even seen. So, you know, yeah. Bye guys. Bye.